my perspective. No matter your race, no matter your age. On my perspective. Don't even worry about your fear. Come on and bring your thoughts. Let's talk about it. What's going on? Let's bring our thoughts together. It's my perspective.
All right, let's sit.
Well, hi, this is My Perspective Mondays, not My Perspective Fridays. And thank you so very much for tuning in tonight. We got a great show for you. I hope you guys had a great weekend because we got a great topic tonight. We are going to talk about, is the holiday season overrated? All right. The good, the bad, the ugly. We're going to talk about all of it. All right. So we're going to jump right into the conversation because we want to know, is all this stuff overrated? Is it or is it not? Don't forget to do some live chatting, and make sure you give your perspective as well. Who wants to start it off?
I'd like for Mark to do the curmudgeony thing to where he starts off, and I didn't know if he was going to rail or he was going to smile and say something.
Well, it all depends on what you mean by overrated.
Well, let's start with the. I'm going to start with the bad for me, or should we go in order? The good, the bad. First of all, I got Weenie in there, so everybody, Weenie isn't on today and doing his weekly market update because he's got final exams. He showed me some what he's studying, and it looks like hieroglyphics, and I
Wow.
can't.
Forget it.
So hopefully he'll get that on. Alita will be on us when she gets her connectivity issues fixed. But um, overrated in that I feel like it makes it overrated because we start talking about Christmas like what as soon as Halloween's over, right?
If not before.
If not before. And I feel like from October, Halloween, like Thanksgiving, and we talked about this on the last show, is pretty much whatever, make some food, see family, and go home because it's not the moneymaker that Halloween and Christmas is. I think, Mark, you brought that up
Yeah.
before, that it's not the moneymaker. So these other holidays these two holidays have been blown up because of these two being the moneymakers. And I feel like a lot of people start off the new year not financially where they should be because of what they do over this holiday season.
It's so it's I don't know if overrated is the right term, but it's so hyped that we expect too much. We expect perfection. We expect everyone to be happy. We expect ourselves to be happy. We want all the right gifts and things like that. And we feel like if we don't do what the culture is telling us to do, then somehow we feel let down. And it's almost like no holiday or no event can live up to the expectations sometimes that we put on Christmas because we're constantly bombarded with the holiday spirit and so forth. So we feel obliged to participate, which you could and should, but at the end of the day, I mean, is it really all that important that we do Christmas the way that our culture expects us to do?
Give us an example of that, Mark.
Well, I don't know. Well, I mean, John mentioned talked about it being a money holiday, and we look around and see the presents that people get and give and so forth. We can't afford to do that, or not inclined to do that. Or you go on social media and you see people at parties and whatnot, and you think, well, gee, I feel left out because I'm not at a social gathering or things like that. I don't seem as happy as they do. And we lost Alita again. I think she and I kept being on at the same time. Maybe she cut off because I was talking. I don't know. But it just feels so pressured to do everything exactly right that we're bound to be let down at some. We're not bound to be. We're often let down.
Well, I see presents, not to sound like an old fogey, but it's like I'm appreciative of any present I get, whether it's a good present, whatever that means, or whether someone deems it to be a bad present. I'm just glad someone thought to give me a present. I'll see someone get something and they're disappointed. Like, uh, my nephew got a PlayStation 3 and he was upset because the PlayStation 2 had came out. And I get it, but it's like, really, dude, you have a PlayStation 2 right now. And you're going to be
Right.
upset because you got a PlayStation 3. I'm talking back when, the 4 came out. But it's like, what happened to being happy because someone gave you a present?
Let me just ask, how old is this nephew when he did this?
At that time, he was, I think, like 14 or 15. 14.
Okay, well, it's one thing for a kid or teenager to be like that, but it's really something else for an adult to be the same way.
Oh, they're
You know?
worse than kids.
For
Oh yes,
sure.
it's much worse, and it's like, okay, you're disappointed that you give. I mean, you've lived your entire life without this gift. So your life will go on. Uh, I told people that a week or so ago, I went to a concert in Durham at DPAC, a group called Mannheim Steamroller, which is kind of a Christmas tradition. They've been doing Christmas songs since the 80s, and had a nice dinner beforehand and so forth, and just had a really, really good time. And I said, stuff like this, I enjoy stuff like this a lot more than I do getting or giving the perfect gift.
Exactly.
Well, that's the
I
point.
mean,
You said the perfect gift. That's why I said I'm just happy to get a gift, period, because the thought of being happy someone thought of enough to get you a gift. They didn't get everyone a gift, so you were one of the people that they got a gift. Where's the happiness in that? I once had a friend that bought his fiance a brand new car, not a used car,
woo.
a brand new car, and she was upset because it wasn't her favorite color.
Oh no.
That person's probably got issues throughout the year, not just at Christmas.
Well,
Wow.
let's just say they did not get married.
I can imagine.
Smart
I mean,
guy, sounds like.
I don't think we should get caught up in the gift giving, but just like you say,
Oh,
it's
hell
like
no. Get caught up in, hey, listen, don't you say we should get caught up. I need my gifts. What you talking about? Don't
yes,
get caught up in
but
the gift giving.
like you were saying about we hate to let people down. True, what's Clarence saying, but we do hate to let people down. So we give them a gift, but we shouldn't get caught up in just like you were saying, the value of the gift. Some people get upset because you like the lady got upset because she didn't get
Oh, that's just, she's
the
ridiculous.
color of the car that she wanted, and it
Well, let Alita
that's
get something in
interesting.
here before she
Before she
flips
cuts out
through.
again,
Go
go
ahead,
ahead.
Come
Alita.
on, Alita.
Do you guys ever have like anxiety opening the gifts because you're the center of attention and the person that got you the gift is watching you like, oh
Yeah,
my
you
god,
gotta be
Yeah.
you gotta be
you're gonna
real careful. Your facial expression really has to. You gotta watch
Well,
it.
here's the thing. We talked about the value of the gift. There's a difference between getting let's just say a cheap gift. Let's just say it, just because they're a cheap gift. Is one
Mhm.
thing. Stopping at the gas station on the way to my house to get a chia pet and wrap it very poorly, or just stick it in a gift bag and say, "Hey, look, it's the thought that didn't go into it." I think that's the problem with the gift. No matter
That's what I'm trying to say. It
the
is
value.
the thought, because when I went to a marital type seminar, we had to go to the dollar store and get a gift for $1.
Ugh.
And believe it or not, no, no. I mean, because she was trying to show that it's not the
Yeah.
price of the gift, it's the thought. And believe it or not, my husband got me a little ball, whatever it is, with the little shiny stuff in it, and you shake it and you see the little sprinkly stuff.
I
And
love
he got me
those.
that, and it's still on my windowsill right now, and that's been like 18 years ago because it meant so much to me. And I got him some chocolate because it was a little girl praying hands like this and
That
had the little
stuff
stuff,
works. That
and it
stuff
was
works.
beautiful.
That stuff
And just
works.
like I got him some chocolate graham cookies, which means he was chocolate on the outside but strong on this.
What's that?
It was
That stuff
awesome.
works 18 years ago with the age you were at. You 20-year-old newlyweds out here, don't listen to this.
No,
don't,
yes, do.
don't go
Yes,
get
do
your wife
listen to it.
a glowy ball of something and some. Don't listen to her.
It's not
You
about the
gotta be
cost.
no. I'm being very seriously. When you're in
It's
your
romantic.
30s, when you're in your 30s to mid 30s, those kind of couple gifts work. But you newlywed 20-year-olds, don't do that shit. I'm telling you
I
right.
mean, I know. It was only to show that you got to put some thought in it.
I know.
That's the
I'm just
exercise.
I'm being silly because a friend of mine who was very young, I remember for Valentine's Day, I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "Oh, my wife says we've been doing so much that we're not going to do anything, so I don't have to get anything." I said, "Don't you fall for that."
Oh yeah, you're right.
I said, "Don't you fall?" No, seriously. She said she's not getting anything and she's not expecting it. I said, "Don't you fall for that." So earlier that day, he found out through the grapevine she got him a gift. So now he had to spend all day in the store trying to get her a gift.
Oh
And when we got
no.
home, she had. I said, "Don't you fall for that."
Yes, well, you see, that's I don't know if we're still in the good, the bad, the ugly, whatever, but that's part of the problem, the gamesmanship. Now, maybe this is one of those men are from Mars, women are from Venus things, where the woman says clear as day, I don't want anything, or let's don't do it. Well, very well she does,
Don't.
as opposed to
I'll
the
take a
guy that
handwritten
says,
poem all day.
what's that now?
I'll take a handwritten poem all day.
Oh, you would, yeah, but you
You
know
wouldn't like
what?
the poem I'd write, I guarantee you that. Yeah.
Coming from the heart, man.
It starts out with a man from Nantucket. It goes downhill from there.
Jesus, not the man from Nantucket. Um,
I think it's beautiful to have somebody write you a poem or something.
It is, but you know what? It really depends on who you are and your connection with that person. For instance, I've been known for people that I'm dating to writing them poems all the time. So writing them a poem on Christmas isn't going to differentiate from the rest of the year. Um, but I'm one of those people. Being creative. I feel like being creative. One of the things I always hated was Secret Santa at work because I know why they put a dollar amount on there, and I was one of those people that always broke the rule. They would say $25, and then everyone who would come in would try to hope to get my number because they always knew I broke the rule. So one year, I got this gift where it was a big box. It was one of those, I forgot what they call them, Mark, when you open the box and the boxes keep coming. There's a word for it.
Wow.
But she opened the box and there was like a Dollar Tree candle. And she was like, "Oh, this is the time you picked the." I was like, "Keep going." So she dug, and it was another present and another present. She ended up getting 6 presents, and they all cost a total of like $100. Um,
Ooh.
and when she got to the bottom, she said, "Ooh, Go Diva chocolate." And I was like, "That's good dynamite, but you know."
Go
Yeah.
I
Diva.
should have pumped her up. Yes, go diva. Yes.
Yes, she was so happy.
Mm.
And the person that came after her, they got like some sponge cleaning set that was like $5, and they were like, "Can John just get all the
Wow.
gifts?"
Wow. I mean, it's sad that you have to put like an amount on a gift, because some people, they know they can do better, but they don't want to do better.
Well, no,
They're very cheap.
you put the dollar amount on the gift, so you won't have people doing what John does anyway, and somebody who makes a lot of money, kind of
Whoa!
shaming,
Whoa!
or somebody who spends a lot of money shaming someone who doesn't spend a lot of money.
First
So
of all, it wasn't the days where I was making a lot of money, but the dollar amount, like Mark said, is needed because everybody, even though you might make the same amount of money at work as someone, but hey, a person making the same much as me with 4 kids has a lot less money at their dispense.
yeah.
So the amount is needed. I just hate buying cheap gifts, so I couldn't do it.
But I think that's the holiday spirit where it's like the gift giving.
Yeah,
Well, I've got an idea. When you
yeah.
have people that you have a relationship with, this is usually a friend thing or kind of a distant relative, and you have kind of an informal understanding, or if you go out and get a gift card, we'll talk about that later, is that if you buy something for them worth $25, they buy something for you worth $25, just forget the gift and you're even. You know, just don't give just
Well, you
don't
know
give
what?
anything.
That's why some people give gift cards now, or they'll give
Exactly.
like the Visa cards. But here's the thing though. A lot of it's also we talked about the side where some people are ungrateful with the gift that they get, but then it's like don't give a gift if you're gonna be lazy about it. If you're my friend of a long time, or I'm married to you or dating you, I know what you like, and I know
That's
what you
true.
don't like. So why
That's
would I
true.
get something that I know you don't like?
Yeah.
You know, be creative. You know,
I absolutely
I,
agree.
I
It
had
don't
a
make any sense.
girlfriend. Her favorite color was purple, and she liked puppies. So I wanted to get her jewelry, but what I did was I got her a purple stuffed animal that was a puppy. It was a really cute puppy. And I got her favorite color, her purple. I got her a purple necklace, and I put it around the puppy. Like I
That's
knew no
beautiful.
matter how much that, and it wasn't an expensive necklace, but the fact that it was around a purple puppy, she ate it up.
Yep. So
Just be
you put
creative.
some
I love
thought in it.
that.
You thought about it.
Well, speaking of that, I'll ask all three of you, but particularly Alita and Lisette, because again, I'm talking about the male female thing here. Um, are you offended or do you not like gift cards? I hear over and over again how impersonal gift cards are. I love gift cards. I mean, if let me get something I want, you
Well,
know.
Mark, that goes into what I'm saying. If I'm buying a gift for Mark, I know he likes gift cards. So people like you are easy because I know what you like. Let me go get Mark a gift card. Here's $50 gift card. Mark is happy. But if I know Alita, I'm not saying you don't, Alita, but if I know Alita likes handwritten poems, let me go find something creative. Like get one of those little plastic
Yeah.
pieces with an engraved poem in it and give it to her. Like it doesn't have to be expensive. Just be creative. If I give anything, Lisette, anything that has angels on it, she's gonna be happy.
No, no, no. I'm not that crazy about angels,
No,
honestly. I'm really.
I'm making a joke. But so Mark, yes, the gift cards can be a problem, but if I know you like it, because I know you like the gift cards, because you can get what the hell you want.
Well, so that's my argument, but I'm told that it's too impersonal. You know, you go
And
out and
that
put a lot of
person,
thought into getting a gift that a person may or may not like or be able to use, as opposed to giving them something that you pretty much know they can use. And if you get them
When
a
you
gift
deal
card to a
with,
place where you know they won't like it, I mean,
yeah.
like Waffle House or something, yeah, that's one. You know, that's Lisette's favorite restaurant. But you
no,
know,
Today's show was sponsored by Waffle House, but it's not anymore.
and I should not have said that because
no.
here we go with the bathroom again.
Lisette's trauma. Lisette's trauma.
When
But
you
Mark,
know someone don't like gift cards, I mean, like, but I don't mind a gift card. I really don't because I would rather get what I want than to have somebody give me something like that. Thank you. Oh God. But and I would rather enjoy the gift, and I would not be offended if they gave me a gift card because I heard someone said Clarence said something like, it's supposed to be $25 and they only put $20 in a gift. Well, maybe sometimes they're on sale. What
well,
about
maybe,
that?
but also maybe that's all that person has. Like we said, judging people's pockets, especially like the woman with 5 kids. I'm not expecting her. If she gives me a $10 present, I'll be happy with it. One time to Mark's aid here, I got so many gift cards one year that they added up to about $500, and I just paid all my utilities and had a month off of paying it myself.
Yay!
That's
If you get a
cool.
Visa
Thank
gift,
you.
if you get a
That's
Visa gift
great.
card or something like that, but
That's nice. I don't have a problem with it myself.
Alina,
I
why is
will.
your tree blue?
Plus, we're having a blue Christmas.
Does
I
it does it
it's a
glow
Hanukkah
green?
color.
have Christmas.
Yeah. Yep.
No,
I
Is,
I
like
thought
blue. I like
is it
it.
is well? You don't have a Hanukkah tree, I guess, but I was thinking blue is a Hanukkah color. So I thought, but no, it's not nothing to do with Hanukkah.
Part of my family is Jewish because we have like step families, but yeah. So I guess it's like I'm kind of familiar with, but that wasn't like the intention.
That's a beautiful tree.
It's like a woodland kind of tree. It has owls, squirrels.
Oh,
Blue's become a bit more popular in recent years than it once was.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like a conventional Christmas
Well, you
color.
know, another thing, like and for the old timers, like it's the end of life as we know it. If somebody
Oh,
doesn't do red or green, they do blue on
yeah.
Christmas. So
Or not even the end of. I'm really annoyed by the people who get upset because someone says Happy Holidays or Merry Xmas instead of Merry Christmas. I'm like, settle down. Not that. Just calm down.
I don't get upset by it. But the thing about it is that they're afraid to say Merry Christmas or Happy Hanukkah.
No, but
I
it's
just
not.
say don't be upset by somebody say Merry Christmas. If you want to say Happy Holidays, fine, but don't
Yeah,
be afraid to say Merry Christmas.
yeah. You can say Merry
exactly.
Christmas as well. I just say Happy Holidays because I don't know what someone's religion is.
Well, that's a good point. I mean, if it's someone you never like say Merry Christmas, somebody says I'm Jewish, well, I'm sorry, Happy Hanukkah, okay, and chill out.
Well, but then again, it could be a Jewish person that doesn't everybody I'm Christian. Do I perform the Christian rituals as much as others? Probably not. It's safe to say no.
The
So
same
I
here.
I just like saying Happy Holidays because it just canvases everything. You get
Well, I just
everybody.
remember that Ben
I
Stein. I don't know
understand.
if you remember know who Ben Stein is, but
Ben Stein, Bueller,
yeah, right. He was in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. He was a former Nixon White House guy anyway, but he's a very smart guy. He's Jewish. And
Dry
he did a little
Eyes.
soliloquy one time on how he's not bothered by people telling him Merry Christmas. He does not hesitate to say Merry Christmas to somebody who knows he is has a Christian orientation.
Uh,
So just relax. I mean, if somebody says the wrong thing, I gets all upset. But
yeah, I'm like if the worst thing someone told you was Merry Christmas, you should be happy.
you're having a pretty good year. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're having
I
a pretty good year.
I
Yeah.
think sometimes we get away from the meaning of Christmas anyway. It's
No,
like we're
we don't.
trying to hide it.
No,
I
we don't,
mean,
because he wasn't even born on this day anyway. So
exactly. He wasn't. But
besides,
it's the thought of celebrating him.
it's Mariah
It's a
Carey's
different
day now
day.
anyway.
And there goes Alita again.
It's
Layla.
Mar- it's Mariah Carey's day now
I
anyway.
like I like I like this little give and take here between the staunch Christian and the secular humanist about
Mhm.
about Christmas and whether we celebrate so gee John
I
Because
mean,
what
it
do you
is
got to
what
say
it
for yourself?
is.
because we
It's
get to
supposed to be.
we get into that
Go
talk.
ahead.
No, but if you want to think about it, we want to get into the weeds. We know we have two Christian holidays that are on days that the event didn't even happen. They used it to cover it up what they thought were pagan holidays. So if we really want to get into the weeds, you know, what
Right.
Christmas and Easter are. So
But
if we want
I
to get
agree.
into
But
it.
since we has set aside it to be for
But
the
who is
birth,
we? That's the thing me and Mark are talking about. Who
the
are the we?
system. I'll say the system of holidayism. I got my own word. How about that? But
I think I think Jag or
I
whoever
just
came up
think
with
we
the
should
system.
just go ahead on and let it be. Just like Halloween. I mean, it is what it is.
That's a
You
pagan
know,
holiday. It stayed pagan.
not one of my favorite days, but however, it's Halloween.
Well, I take a little
Christmas
bit of issue with John's
is
thing assertion
Christmas.
about
Birth
Easter.
of
I know we're talking
Christ.
about Christmas, but it's true we don't know what day the resurrection took place,
The
but we
birth,
do
yeah.
we do suspect that it was in the spring.
Yeah, but we know
Yes,
the
we
goddess
do.
sorry used
Yes,
to
we
be
do.
celebrated at that time of the year.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, it has pagan roots, no question about it.
Yeah.
But
Resurrection.
it supposedly took place in the spring during the time of Passover. Now,
Uh,
Christmas, though, it clearly was not in the wintertime. It was
Right.
like you said, it was created to counteract, you will, the force of a pagan holiday, the Saturnalia, that so forth. And if Jesus was born, we don't know when it was, but it most likely was not in wintertime.
I'd say
I've had somebody to say something about that too. I've heard some people question about that. But my thing is this. Okay, so let's say if it wasn't December, then when would we celebrate it? So I'm thankful for a day to
It's
celebrate
just
it.
yeah, it's just
I don't pay any
yeah,
attention
I
to
think you're right. I
when.
don't think that it matters that it didn't occur
no,
on
it
this
doesn't
day and
matter
so
because
forth.
if we wanted to celebrate it in March, we'd end up celebrating March. My whole thing is though, who gets to pick what gets celebrated at this time? That's why I say
Interesting.
Happy Holidays. Everyone's not Christian.
Well, the holiday was picked. The day was picked because it a lot of pagan cultures celebrated the rebirth of the sun, which was the first day of winter, as the days started getting longer from that point on. So, and people would go out and celebrate with wild debauchery this pagan holiday, and so the Roman authorities said, well, let's try to make it a Christian holiday to countermand this pagan festival, and to some extent it succeeded, but still for over 1,000 years, when
Mhm.
people talk about an old-fashioned Christmas, how good it was, Christmas used to be more like Mardi Gras in most of Europe and the U.S. than it
Yeah,
was than it was
yeah.
Christmas.
It was party time.
Yeah,
It
Okay.
wasn't.
I mean, you've heard the song. I
Celebrate.
mean, I mean, this is ethnocentric. I mean, I know, but I'm not English myself, Welsh background. But in England, around Christmas, the poor would go from house to house, especially rich houses, and they would get drunk and they would carol and so forth. And they would stand outside and sing and shout and demand that the rich people give them something, or else they might loot the house. Now, for example, the song "We Wish You a Merry Christmas." If you notice, there's a verse in there that says, "We won't go until we get some." There's a clear
Yeah.
threat implied there. What it meant was, we won't go unless you give us something, else we'll
Right.
come and take it.
And but what we do is we take it and we marry it up and Disney it up. I was just even though Disney didn't do it, I just like that makes sense when people say that Disney it up. They make it like, oh, caroling. It was such an exciting, fun. They like, come on, people. That's not what that was.
I saw a movie last night on TV where this family was just mortified when the carolers came to the house because they sang terrible and they wouldn't leave. So, and they would chase people down trying to carol,
Wow.
sing carols to them.
Told
You
them.
couldn't carol where I grew up, you'd get shot. So, oh
Oh.
man.
Caroling in Miami, Florida. That
No, but I lived in one of those places where you had bars on your doors because people would break in your house and steal your presents.
Wow. That's why I don't move my shades back so people can see what my presents are under my tree. And people know they nosy. You see what I'm saying? They are sad. They are so nosy.
They know they're
So
in
well, I
your.
think that's been replaced now. I mean, you still have the B&Es, but the thieves nowadays, they roam around looking for packages on front
Yeah,
porches.
they want to steal your Amazon packages because they
Yeah,
know
the
you get
Amazon
them.
packages and the stuff in the mail, because that's how people shop nowadays. They're not
yes,
going. They don't need to
sir.
go into your house. They'll just ride around looking for a package on the front porch and get it.
Yeah.
Mm.
And now at my Amazon locker at my apartment complex, because there's so many packages coming in, they're just throwing them on the floor. It's like a package graveyard over here. It's insane.
Wow. So
So
it's a
order some.
tiptoe bandit.
Yeah.
Package.
Um,
That's funny.
I think
Oh
the
my gosh.
one of the ugly is you've seen and everyone's seen the person that has overly compensated with their wallet for Christmas, for whatever
Yes.
reason, whether it's a father who hasn't been good all year, so that's the way he's gonna fix that problem, or a husband, or a wife, or a boyfriend, girlfriend, or just someone who's trying to over impress someone, and then they spend January and February moving their light bill and their cable bill around because they're
That's
broke.
pitiful.
That's the thing that I find crazy. So what I did was because I don't have kids, I had 9 nieces and nephews. So what I did decades ago when I was, early when I was in the army, is I would only go home every other year, and I told them, "You're getting Christmas from me every other year," because I'm not. There was no Amazon then. I'm not mailing packages.
Oh yeah.
And what I would do is I had what was called the military star card. It was a military credit card, and I would go to the PX, and I'd get all the most up to date stuff because my family didn't have a lot of money. So them being able to have the most up to date stuff was like would get them super excited. So I would get all that stuff, max out that card, and then I would pay it off until the next Christmas, which was two
Wow.
years later, and then I'd go fill it back up again. But it didn't
That's
hurt me because I was just filling it up, and then I had a whole 18 months to empty it, and then I go fill it up again.
well, at least you had a plan. Like my parents, what we would do, my mother would get things on layaway, get
Right.
things on layaway, you know.
Yeah.
So, but now they don't have a lot of layaway, and I feel sorry for parents, that really don't have it. They don't have it, and then you got some little snotty nosed kid, but I don't want this. That's why I would get something else.
The
Well,
thing
the
that
layaway's
makes
been replaced by the credit card. They put it on credit card and lay it away that way and just pay it off later on. But
well, they call it the financing, and that's
or
costing
financing,
everybody.
yeah.
That's. I think there's only two Kmart's left in the world. And I think they still have layaway.
I don't. That's a good question. I wonder if anybody does have layaway. I never use it that much anyway, but
Big Lots, maybe like a Big Lots or something.
used to be a big thing. I remember my dad before I was born worked in a hardware store, and people would come buy stuff on layaway. But the thing that really broke his heart though was when some guy would come in on Christmas Eve and didn't have enough money to pay the thing off, and the guy still wouldn't give it to him. You know,
Wow.
Oh yeah, that was so I can understand. Well, I can understand all
Bad.
of it. It's business, but
yeah.
I really hated it when I saw that, and the person was like $800 away from whatever they were paying, and then you'd have some lady She's like $25 away.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Um,
Somebody's real close. You
but you
know.
know what you should do? Because my dad used to do this all the time. He would take $25 out of his pocket and like, here you go. This woman's been paying for this couch for 11 months,
Wow.
and D-Day is here, and because she doesn't have $25, she can't get her couch.
That's
I'm saying,
crazy.
There's all sorts of heartbreaking stories. I remember my days as a probation officer, and one of the things we were charged with was collecting child support. And to see these women come in December, and their husbands didn't make the ex-husband or boyfriend didn't make the child support payment, and you can't help but be moved by that. I mean, it's
yeah.
a cruel world.
It is cruel,
Well,
you know.
especially for kids, it's cool because I we always were able to get presents. When my parents separated, the presents weren't as plentiful, but I can remember seeing the kid that's looking in the window at everyone riding new bicycles
Yeah.
and everything, and they've got nothing.
Wow.
So there's the bad or the ugly, however you want to put it.
It is.
Relative deprivation like that, and it's I mentioned a while ago this is partly a product of social media. No, it's not. It's been around forever. The haves and the have-nots, and I don't pretend to have the answer to it, but you're getting all fucking depressed here.
Jared says ugly is when someone spends a lot, gets a little, and gets upset as if they've been. You damn right they've been cheating. You know what? When I got married to my wife, we had a conversation back 2007. We got married. It was our first anniversary, and I got her this nice diamond necklace, and she got me a wallet. And I said, listen, I plan to be married to you for a very long time. Here's how this is going to work. If you give me the standard crappy guy gifts, you give me a wallet, I'm going to start giving you an apron. You give me socks, I'm going to give you a hairnet. That's how this is going to work.
Or blender.
So, we're not doing the standard marriage where the guy gives this amazing gifts and you give him, brute cologne. Okay?
Yeah, can I jump in on that?
Brute.
So,
Brute,
You know,
Brute by
reminds me-
Fabergé, my favorite fragrance.
Look.
Right. On
That
my
reminds
birthday,
me. Okay, go
she
ahead.
gave me a $200 gift card to GameStop because she knows I love video games. And she bought me some brand new workout gloves and something else. And then I gave her some really nice present. And we never had a problem after that talk. I'm like, I'm not doing the Old Spice cologne, socks, and a wallet. And then I give you this amazing stuff. So if you don't want oven cleaner and aprons, don't give me stupid guy stuff.
Hey, John. Now the three fragrances that I kind of grew up with in the '70s. All right, you mentioned two of them. Now, Brute by Fabergé was the worst. English Leather,
English leather.
but Old Spice was the top of the. That was the top of
Yeah.
That stuff smells good.
No, it smells good now, but back in the day, it was the same two fragrances, and you could go to your dad's drawer and just see the collection of Brute bottles. You could use Brute as aftershave back then, right?
Let me tell you what I did to my
You could use it
husband.
to start a fire too.
Look, my husband
A
said to
million
me, he said,
colognes out there, and you're gonna bring me Brute.
That's because it was advertised that nice little green bottle,
Ugh,
and it had the French name, the Fabergé. They gave it class.
Brute by Fabergé.
Brute by Fabergé.
said he had a special.
Some redneck in
What's
Pennsylvania.
that thing that they put toiletta on?
Oh, that's funny. I had the nerve. My husband told me, I don't want anything for Christmas. And you said it. I don't want nothing for Christmas. You don't have to put a whole lot into it. I said, okay. So I went to, he got me a coat and all kind of nice things. And I really thought I went to Bath and Body Works and I got him a bottle of cologne there, And I thought I was really doing something, And when he said like, and he said he was so embarrassed how the children looked at me. Everybody looked at me like, Mom, what have you done? And look what he bought you. What have you? I said, I'm sorry. He said he didn't want nothing. My wife is going to shop together.
Chiming in right now. Poor fellow.
I hate those people that go shopping and they both buy a gift or the predetermined gift. I'm like, what's the point of that? Hey, you buy me this and I'll buy you that, and then you go and wrap it. Like
Look,
what?
listen. It's my turn now, okay?
Okay.
Because at my house, I'm looking at a bunch of stuff right now on the floor over here that I was given by my wife to give her. She she's gonna kill me if she listens to this. But she has bought several things and says, "Do you want to wrap this and put it in my stocking?" And I say, "Absolutely." So so it'll be. She knows what's in it. I don't.
Wait.
Well,
You know what I
you,
want, Ken? Ken, tell us a present that Lisette got you that she was so proud to give you, and you smiled, but it was terrible.
So is Clarence out there in YouTube land still?
he still is. He's up there. I told about one gift. I definitely messed. I screwed that up. I definitely screwed that up. I definitely screwed it up bad. You know, but I'm gonna tell you, Christmas for me is tough because my birthday is the 22nd of December,
Oh, you got
and
ripped
my
off.
husband's the 17th. Okay, here you go. I don't ever got her a bad gift. Mom is really simple. She likes stuff like poems and stuff.
Oh, that
Oh,
says poems on my screen. It's so small. It looks like it said she likes porns and stuff. I was like, wait, what? I was like, let me find out. They say the biggest Christians are the biggest freaks. So,
Who told you?
Well, there's your
oh
Nantucket.
no, Lisette, you didn't do that to Ken.
What did I do?
Really, Lisette?
Fake Tommy. I didn't. I got that stuff from Belt Tyler's. I mean,
Lisette,
it wasn't a short set. You know I went and
you
got it
fell
from
for the
them.
fake brand set.
I guess I did, but they made it sound like it was real. I mean, I don't
Well, you
know
mean
what
like
was
the
fake
faux
about
Gucci purse and stuff like that at that knockoff merchandise?
And you know
it.
what's
No,
gonna
I would
happen?
go
You
to
gave it
Belt
to
Tyler's to
them,
get me stuff.
and when you go around your friends, they know as soon as you come walking, it's fake. The
And
eight
he
ain't
knows
even
to do
the
his
bill
clothes, the
figure's not even
bills.
spelled correctly.
That little varmint, I tell you. But
Yeah,
see,
Gucci is spelled with an E at the end,
people, people be
Guchi,
trying to
Gucci.
see, people be trying to outshort December birthdays because this is your Christmas and your birthday all
Lisette,
together.
wait, Lisette, what are you doing to Ken? Why did you try a mesh short set? Lisette,
I don't remember getting you that. A mesh,
moms are embarrassing.
a
They
mesh.
get their son's stuff, and they're like, this is going to be cute on you. And you're just going to get picked at for it. And they get it to you, and they tell you things like, well, if they pick at you, then they're not your real friends.
Yeah, that's right. They beat my ass every day. Yeah.
You got that boy a mesh
That's crazy. That
Tommy
is crazy.
Hilfiger short set that wasn't even real.
How was I supposed to know that? I
Not doing
mean,
your research.
I didn't know that was.
He had to pretend to like it.
Oh, bless his heart. He
Well, did
playful.
you ever get him that Axe cologne? Because we're talking about
Oh,
old
Now I'm
cologne.
gonna tell you what I did
That
get him.
Axe stuff, you can smell somebody a mile away with that
yeah,
stuff.
it's terrible.
I get that for my husband all the time. But anyway, I he
It's
I
not bad.
got
It's just
that
strong.
youngin. I love it. I love the smell of
It's
Axe.
just
I
strong, is
do.
all.
I know, but I love it.
Well,
It's groovy,
oh, we used to like Brute by Fabergé too.
What about the kid?
I mean,
No.
I get him good cologne too, but I like the
What
Axe.
about the kids that get tortured because their parents dress them up in like these Christmas things that look ridiculous, and
Like
they're
sweaters.
so cute. Like, here's your Christmas um, outfit with the ears, or just it's
Well,
just
the movie A Christmas Story, with the kid that gets the pink bunny suit, is kind of
oh yeah.
really capitalized on that.
Or
The
they make
homemade
you
gift by the
wear
aunt.
they make you wear your grandma or your aunt sweater that's terrible or whatever
Oh
clothes
no.
she made for you,
Mm-mm.
and you gotta
No,
wear
thank
it when
you.
you go see her.
That's just terrible. I remember I got Ken. He wanted a Batman. He wanted a Batman Batmobile and he wanted Batman. And stood in that line. I tell you, I stood in that line for a long time to get that child that thing, but he got it. Now you know I gave you a good gift. I mean, he was rotten to the core,
You said
but
you gave him good gifts. I'm just still stuck that you gave him that mesh short set. That's all.
Well, at least see, my son grew up during the
Depression?
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers era. So we
I
went.
thought you were gonna say the Great Depression.
Yeah, that's when I grew up. So we got
wow.
him a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers thing, all this good stuff, and then within a month he was calling the Mighty Morphin Potty Rangers or Potty Trainers. So
That's
it was
funny.
the glory was fleeting. They go from one thing to the next. There was some study done some time back, some survey or whatever, that they surveyed kids and they said, "What do you like about Christmas?" And they named all these things. They named food, they named family get-togethers, a whole number of things. But the TV shows and movies, whatever, but they didn't say presents. And so the message is that the kids don't put as much thought on the importance of presents sometimes as we think they do. And I think back to my childhood is that my happiest memories of Christmas were things like that, just like it is today. Whether it's going to events or getting together with people or eating certain types of food, things like that. It's not so much the greatest gift I got. Although I've got some good ones though, so I can say that.
I agree with you, Mark, because my happiest times is when I would give to others. I love to give to other people.
Well, I won't go
So
that far.
I really do. Of course, I like to receive gifts, but I enjoy making someone else happy. You
Oh
know.
no, I'm all about me now. Let's don't get carried away. I mean, but it's just I don't need that much. I don't want to
My
get
nephew
critical.
was like 7 when I showed him How the Grinch Stole Christmas or whatever it's called.
I love
And
that movie.
Yeah,
he saw the ending where they stole all the gifts and they were singing and happy. And he was like, "Why are they happy?" I said, "Because they have each other." He goes, "Someone should have punched the Grinch in the balls."
because he hadn't seen himself in years. That gut he's got. Yeah.
I love the Grinch, especially when he took the cute little dog and he loaded him down with all those presents and made that dog say woohoo, made the dog go down the hill and the thing overturned on the little dog. He reminds me of my little doggy Jack Jack.
Oh, I love the TV shows and the movies we see around Christmas. I mean, and some of the stuff that I read every year too. But like reading about traditions and a Christmas Carol and all that good stuff.
Uh-oh.
Charlie Brown Christmas,
Like
all
Here
that.
we
that.
go. Here we
Right.
go. Most overrated Christmas movie. Or the Christmas movie you're tired of hearing about.
Rudolph.
Uh,
I love Rudolph.
No, I said the one you're most overrated.
Hmm.
I know what John's going to say.
What am I going to say?
It has a number in it.
Yes, Miracle.
So he's so disgusted he got up and left.
Miracle on 31st Street or whatever the hell it is.
I like it okay. It's not my
Ah,
favorite, but I like it all
it's
right.
so
It's
phony.
alright. It's alright.
It's not really phony. It's fantasy. I mean, it's supposed to be
I
fun.
know.
It's a
I like
Wonderful Life is my favorite. I don't care what anybody. It's a
that's
Wonderful
a
Life is
good
my
one.
favorite.
It's
Period.
Wonderful Life's a good movie, so that doesn't go in the overrated category.
Well, I think
I
here's a movie that I like, but I
okay.
have to say it may be overrated. A Christmas Story with the kid that wants a BB rifle.
He
Yeah,
wants
I
a
think it's
red rifle BB gun.
yeah. I think it's a good movie, but I don't know if it's the greatest thing that we've seen it so much now.
It's a
I don't
cult
know.
classic. That's what it. You know what it is? When stations started playing the. So I remember when I was growing up, they used to come on at a certain time. They'd play it once a week or whatever, and then they got into the habit of putting on like a 24-hour
Yeah.
loop. I'm like, for what?
It's so. But the funny thing about that movie was, well, it's a Wonderful Life. Same thing, is that when those two movies were released at the theater, It's a Wonderful Life in the '40s and A Christmas Story in the '80s, they didn't do very well. They only really caught fire when they started being shown on television, and It's a Wonderful Life was pretty much in obscurity until about 30 years after it was released. and then it gradually became a Christmas classic, and I think with good reason. I know it's from an old era. I understand that. When
What? No
Hollywood was very.
one's Mark. You're so ready for us to poo-poo on It's a Wonderful Life. We keep saying it's a great
I'm
movie.
saying all the right things. I know what you. Okay.
It's not Miracle on Crappy Street, okay? So
There's only one black cast member in It's a Wonderful Life. She was the maid, of course, but
yeah, yeah.
you know.
We could. That was the time. That was the time.
I
Um,
like the one with. Go ahead, John. I'm sorry.
Die Hard, Christmas movie or not?
Oh,
Yes,
no.
yes.
Well, it may
Die
be.
Hard
It's just
Morning Glory
depressing. Not just
during Christmas.
violence.
What do you mean depressing? He kicked everyone's ass.
Well,
Saved
I'm
everyone.
just,
Saved the day on Christmas.
Well,
I suppose.
I guess it is a Christmas movie then. I like Chevy Chase. Chevy Chase Christmas when he thought he was going to get his bonus. You remember that? Thought he was going to get
Was
his
it a National
bonus, and
Lampoon movie?
yeah, he thought he was going to
I've
get his
seen
bonus. He
I've
was
seen
putting
one of
the
the, I didn't see the Christmas National
oh,
Chevy Chase. I saw
it's
the other one though, and I
he had all the lights on the house, and he thought it was going to come on, and then he hit the switch, and it nothing happened.
yeah.
And the funniest part of the whole movie is when he thought he was going to be a member. He thought he was going to get the raise that he wanted, and he ended up getting a member of the Jelly Bean Club, and he said hallelujah of all. He just went off and cursed and went off and did some stupid stuff. I tell you, that was the funniest. I mean, I just
I,
love that
I
movie.
like Ken. Ken agrees with me often, and that's why I like him. Yippee ki yay, mother! That was good. So,
Woo!
uh, what are you wrap it up with? What are you most looking forward to doing over the next couple of weeks until this year wraps up?
Well, to me, I'm looking forward to celebrating my husband and I's birthday, which his is the 17th and mine is the 22nd. And I'm looking forward to just spending time with family. I pray that my children can come home. You heard about this, Ken, but if not, it's just an honor to still be alive and well. And I just want people to be happy. And if I can make somebody else's Christmas happy, then I would like to do that as well. Okay.
Mark, she said cheering. Damn if we ain't in the South.
You can't get it out of
Well, I'm
me.
gonna tell you what exciting thing I'm doing.
Sure.
I'm gonna be so happy to go down and see my family. I get to see
Cool.
my wonderful mother. Yes,
Wow.
and it's gonna be such a great time
And I
seeing
don't
the
believe a
old
word you're saying.
family.
I think you got. Does she still have the bars on the windows and from her house, or what? I mean, you're smiling too much.
I miss you too, baby.
Yes, you missed her hair flipping. She did her hair flipping, talking about how the Grinch stole Christmas.
Yes. Woo.
Ken, you know how to get on the show. Ken, just email me. Put you on here.
One of her children.
Yeah.
Like chilling.
Keone, where's the gun? No, no, no. Can't take a gun with me. That's how people get hurt. That's how people get hurt. Mark, what about you?
Nothing really concrete.
Yeah, you
I'm
are.
gonna.
You gotta look forward to wrapping those presents your wife
Yeah,
gave you.
I got to not have to wrap them. I just got to find a little box for them.
Oh God.
Uh, I'll put a little one of those little gift. I love those little gift bags. You don't have to do anything with those. But I'm going to see my son. Daughter's coming to visit, and my wife. God bless her. She hates the cold weather, but she's going to Chicago next week to visit my daughter.
Mm.
And she gets cold in a house where it's 68 degrees. So I'm not sure how that's going to work out. Um, but uh, keeping it mellow. Nothing. We did a concert last weekend. We're going to do something in New Bern Friday. Um, we're going to go kind of do an old fashioned carriage ride and all the corny stuff, looking windows and all that. Um, Nothing terribly glorified.
Someone had to be holding you at gunpoint when you said you were excited to go home. No one's holding me against my will. I am so pleased to be going home to see my wonderful, awesome, and amazing family.
I think I'm thinking about the Manchurian Candidate when I hear you say that. You've been brainwashed.
John has the best outfits. I think he's talking about you, Mark.
Well, thank you.
I
Or John thinks you won. I don't know.
kind of just throw a t-shirt on. So we'll get Ken on here. Ken's going to be on here next Monday, right, Ken? You can't end the show till you answer. Can't end the show till you answer. It'd be funny if you logged off 5 seconds.
Come on, Ken. Come on, Ken.
I think one thing we should buy Alita an internet service. Oh my goodness.
Where do you shop? Okay.
That question's for Mark.
Oh, for me,
Yes.
Yeah.
online here and there.
Hearing that thing. That's an old person answer. Oh, here and there,
Sorry, Mark.
somewhere in between.
Well, I mean, for what? I mean, skinswear.com.
Oh my God. All right, so we've learned a lot today. Mark has a great outfit, and Lisette loves getting porns for
I never.
You
I got
guys,
one for you right now.
I never.
you guys clear her internet browser. You all have a great holiday. We'll see you next week and wrap up the year here on My Perspective Monday. Weedy, get an A. We need you back next week. See you.
Yep.
We need a weekly market update.
Love y'all. Happy holidays.
Very hard test.